From the heart of Houston, it's fun, it's engaging, it's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards. Come back to me.
Hey, besties. Welcome to another episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. I am your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. We have a very important show for you today, and I'm going to start this important show with an important question for you. Now, do you feel emotionally safe in your relationship? Do you feel the freedom to be yourself without being judged or manipulated? Good question, right? So we've got Pastor Terrance and First Lady Torsha Johnson of Higher Dimension Church in to give us those answers and break that down for us. Now, this show actually might change how you see love and connection. I know after many, many years and after divorce and all the relationships, I have changed how I see love and connection. And finally, after all this time, I know exactly what I need in a man. The problem is, he's already married to Amanda Ferguson.
My husband taught me how to be a relaxed woman. I had always seen the praying woman, the ambitious woman, the strong woman. My husband taught me that rest wasn't a recommendation, it was a requirement. And then he would tell me things like, I've got you. And there was something about a man that keeps his word that makes you feel so safe and so secure, and it allows you to flourish in your femininity. It was in our marriage that he taught me, in this marriage you never have to fight. There's no competition. We are one. So if you ever want to know what to look for in a man, let me give you a simple key. A man who doesn't want to break God's heart won't want to break yours.
She seems all soft and relaxed. Found the right one.
Yeah, she relaxed, man. Soft. That was good.
So welcome, Pastor Terrance and Torsha Johnson
for
of Higher Dimension Church and the Answer Podcast. Love having you on.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is being emotionally safe? Is it all of those things when it comes to relationships?
I think so. I think Amanda was on to something. I mean, definitely when it comes to feeling emotionally safe, it has to do with you feeling secure, you feeling valued, you feeling like you can express yourself freely in the relationship without judgment and not have to worry about being harmed. Yeah, I think it's all those things.
Yeah. Is it the same thing for the guys too?
Yeah, I think trust, I think open, you know, like the whole idea, like if I tell you if I'm vulnerable, you want blast that, you know, to your friends, your girlfriends, you know, those kinds of things. And so just protecting my vulnerability.
Yeah.
I think that's important, you know, for a brother as well.
Yeah.
Not on the phone with your mama, you know, talking about our stuff.
What was this gesture?
No, just making certain that we're not, like what happens in the bedroom, that's between us and
What's going in our house, stay in our house.
Okay.
We ain't sharing all that with mom.
Got it. So how important is it to have that emotional safety? Is it that big of a deal? Like, is it a case where if I don't have it, I need to maybe find a way out?
I think it's important for a woman to be able to express that. I mean, men often want women to look feminine, but can I also be feminine? Like, you want me to, you know, be cute and sexy and all that, that's cool, and I want to do that, but I also want to step aside and experience the soft life and do all the things when it comes to making certain that I feel pampered and I feel loved and I feel valued. So can we do both? Because that's what I'm interested in. I want to do both.
We want both.
Yes.
Right? How do you do that? How do you create that space for softness and emotional safety?
Well, I think it starts with emotional health. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go up to someone and be like, give me 10 million, and they only have $10, you can only give what you have. And I think it's very important as men, are we healthy emotionally? And it's very important to become emotionally healthy, and I think when you become emotionally healthy, then you can ensure that the people around you are emotionally safe.
I think that's so good. And I think you should kind of hang out there a little bit.
What's that?
Because you're talking about the guys and how, you know, just them being emotionally healthy. Of course, Amanda in the video, she expressed how her husband allowed her, you know, to show her feminine side and get that feminine energy. But oftentimes it's the partners that we're in relationship with who is not emotionally healthy, and as a result of that, we can't express
I think emotions are feelings.
Okay.
So anger is a feeling, love is a feeling, and so it's legit. Your feelings are legit. I think emotionally unhealthiness is when you're not able to manage your feelings in a mature way.
Okay, so maybe the way that you respond and react to those feelings
To your feelings.
can cause your partner to feel emotionally unsafe.
And I think all of that happens, like in here you have filters, right? The air comes through a filter where your perspective, your history, your heart, every response is filtered through that.
I'm gonna just say, you know, I gotta play devil's advocate. So what if the other person is saying, you know, I don't feel emotionally safe because I can't be myself. I'm filtering everything. You know what? Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break and let you answer that, okay? We'll be right back with more Chat with Chelsea after this. We're back with Pastor Terrance and First Lady Torsha Johnson. Okay, so I pose the question. If somebody is taking a step back and they start filtering so that their partner can feel emotionally safe, do they then start feeling emotionally unsafe because they can't just be themselves and react the way that they want?
Well, I think when I'm speaking about filter, I'm speaking about how you process what you hear. And that stems from your history. A lot of times we're hysterical because we're historical. What happens in the history. So my present is, my past is illuminated in my present. The reason why I'm responding this way is because of how I'm processing what I'm hearing. My response reveals my health, my emotional health. And a lot of times, you know, a brother or sister, you know, punching stuff or hitting and cussing and screaming and acting out, we want to deal with that. That's not the issue. It's kind of like when a child's nose is running, you keep wiping the nose, you got to deal with the virus. And until you deal with how you processing, how you hearing things, that is going to help you to respond better, which helps you to be emotionally healthy. And so now everybody around you feels safe. You can be soft.
Yes. Oh, that's what we want.
Yeah, we
that's
gotta
what
get
we
like
want.
we want the softness. You got to deal
want
with.
the
Now we got to
soft.
go back. And deal with that because that's why I'm acting out and I'm punching it on. Because I seen my daddy do that or my mama, you know, whatever. And so you got to address that.
Okay. So how do we address the virus then? Or how do we address our partner and let them know, hey, this seems like something we need to handle. It's something deeper going on.
Yeah, we have to start, we got to have a conversation. I think communication is so important when we're creating these environments where we want to feel secure and safe. So we have to have a conversation. We have to talk about, like, why are you responding this way? And oftentimes we got to peel back some layers. Like, we got to go deep and find out, okay, this is what is at the root of the issue. And if we deal with the root, then now we can have a better outcome overall.
What's the deal breaker? Like, this is not getting better, or, you know, I've tried, but I'm still feeling emotionally unsafe based on, you know, what's happening in the relationship, some reactions to things. So maybe I share my feelings, I get shut down and all that. And this is consistent. Like, at what point do we say, like, this is not working?
I think at some point you get tired and you get fed up. You've heard the saying, I could do bad all by myself.
Lived it.
So I'm saying, so you know, at some point, I don't know if we're getting anywhere. Like, if you're not showing me that you're trying to get help, if you're not seeking help, like if you schedule the appointment with a therapist, but you're not going to the therapy sessions, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to stay in this relationship because I love me enough to not have to continue in this with you.
And you have to be prudent. You can't put yourself in those particular situations. You got to know when I need to bounce. You know what I'm saying? And you need to know when you don't need to bounce.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we be bouncing too early and you didn't put all that equity in there and somebody else reap the benefits. You know, of all of that. All this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but you gotta love you.
That's right. You have to love you.
And if it's detrimental, and man, you gotta sit down and have the real conversation. Like, we gotta get better. What are you willing to do? If your person don't change, you may need to change the person.
Swap them out, please. Return to sender.
Oh my gosh. Now, but you got to be clear with that, you know, because we are pro-marriage.
Yeah, we
So,
pro-marriage.
okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you got to make that clean. You got to clear that up a little bit. Because what do you say?
Well, I think, you know, if you're dating, that kind of thing,
Okay,
and
there
we
we
don't
go.
want divorce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it happens.
if possible.
And
That's
it's in the
right.
scripture. You know,
That's
it's
right.
in the scripture where, you know, where God permits divorce.
That's right. I like how Amanda ended that video, and she talked about a man who does what God tells her to do or tells him to do. Like, that's the man you want to be with. And I often tell young women, you win the lottery when you have a man who loves God. I believe that's so important. Who has a great work ethic. He got a job. Okay.
Very important. Yes.
And he wants to make certain that you're well taken care of.
Yes.
But here's the challenge. Let me
Lottery.
speak for my brothers. Here's it.
Okay, go
it's,
ahead.
It's hard to color in the lines if you don't have nobody to trace. A lot of men, young men, in jail, issues, they didn't have a
Father
template.
absent.
They didn't have the template.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got to build a website from scratch, that's hard. But frameworks help you avoid hard work and guesswork. And a lot of, we didn't have it.
Yeah.
We didn't have the framework on this how you handle your emotions. Man, it's okay. It's okay to be in your feelings, to have feelings. Just don't stay in your feelings.
Got it.
And we weren't taught that. No, don't cry.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't show your emotions. We didn't have the template. And so we're trying to figure it out. And so that's why you need to challenge him with compassion.
So it's not a reaction of you need to get professional help. We're not doing that. You said with compassion.
You got to
That's
challenge with
right.
compassion because I'm trying to figure this husband thing out. That's why, and we're not gonna make no excuses for him. Come on, level up, step up. However, man, if I didn't have the father there, it's difficult, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And that's what's happening because if I get the man, I get the home, I get the children, and that's really the strategy of the enemy, I believe. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we talked about what it looks like for a woman to be emotionally safe, be able to be soft and all that. What does it look like when a man is emotionally safe?
That's a great question.
Well, Super Bowl about to come up, you know, and so you got the Super Bowl, all that kind of stuff. And
Where are we going?
this is where we're going. It's a reason why teams have cheerleaders
Okay.
because pros need cheerleaders.
Okay.
Men need cheerleaders, and I need you to cheer for me regardless of the score. Don't just cheer for me when I'm in New Orleans at the Super Bowl. I need you to cheer for me if it was a losing season, if it was a rough season. I need you to be ride or die. And so, babe, good job. Babe, good to see you.
That's
You know, and so I think we need that, even though we wasn't taught to teach, you know, our woman that.
Okay.
That's good. I like it.
I need me a cheerleader. Hey,
Yeah.
come on, T.
Come on, we
you
can
got
do
it. You can do it.
Gotta
Hey,
eat. Gotta eat.
Okay.
I need that. It's gonna make me play hard.
Yes.
And
so
don't just
true.
cheer when I score. I need you to cheer me regardless of the score. If it was a losing season, I'm with you, and it's gonna make me. I'm going to practice. I'm gonna work harder. I'm diving. We need that.
Yes.
And I think it's okay, brothers, to let her know, I need you cheering for me.
So speaking of all this cheering, you got a relationship conference coming up.
Yes,
Yes,
excited
we
about
do.
it.
We're excited. The Answer Conference will be hosting at Higher Dimension Church on February 21st and 22nd at 9800 Club Creek. You can purchase your tickets at higherd.net, and we're going to have some amazing dynamic speakers join us.
Yes. Folks from all over are coming
All
in for
over.
this one. It's going to be good. I cannot wait myself.
They got questions. We got some answers.
You got some, hey, there it is.
Come on.
Come on with the
See
answer.
you in the house.
Yes.
All right, thank y'all so much for coming back on
Thank
Chatting with
you,
Chelsea.
for having me.
Such great advice. And next, we're going to take it to the Chatting with Chelsea kitchen to cook up some great food. Keep it here.